Welcome to Burning Bright, a weekly podcast presenting poetry and prose from Passenger. Before we go on, I wanted to tell you that the biggest writers' conference in the country is going to be in Baltimore in early March, and Passenger is part of it. If you're attending the AWP conference, please stop by Passenger's table in the exhibit hall and book fair, table 538. You'll probably run into various Passenger staffers and writers there. We'd love to meet you in person. And even if you're not attending the conference, if you live in the Baltimore area, we hope you'll join us Friday night, March 6th, at the Pratt Street Ale House, where several writers from our most recent issue will be reading their work. You can find more specific information about that reading on our website, www.passengerbooks.com. For most of human existence, most people believed that the Earth was the center of the solar system and the universe, that the sun and the planets and the stars revolved around the Earth. That changed in the early 1500s when astronomer Nicholas Copernicus theorized that the sun and not the Earth was the center of our solar system, that the Earth circled around the sun. Copernicus was born February 19, 1473. About 500 years later, almost to the day, on February 20th, 1962, astronaut John Glenn became the first American to circle the Earth in a spaceship. Seems like as good a reason as any to read some pieces about how the objects and ideas about space are part of our everyday lives. Colleen Gibbons said she wrote this next poem after standing on the beach, watching the beauty, but then realizing she was really seeing ships and not stars. She said, "The stars of my childhood" refers to a Hart Crane line. "There are no stars tonight but those of memory, because the way the sky looked in my childhood is lost to me." She said, "Of course the gauze and question-asking and pure darkness all refer to damage, as do the scars and stains. We are the ones with the dizzying cosmology, and I really wonder if we are capable of helping ourselves. Not unless we see." Here's Colleen's poem, Assateague Night. Standing on the beach on the moonless night, I see trawlers' lights strung like golden pearls on the dark sea, and stars as bright as the stars of my childhood, when we could still get glimpses of the northern lights. I see the Milky Way like gauze across the sky, and the question-asking Big Dipper, and I can't help noticing how much flying light is in the sky. First, I thought they were as beautiful as fireflies. I accepted them as part of the pure darkness, but they are not. I accepted bottom-scraping trawlers as beads on the horizon, but they are not. There were no planes the days after 9/11, no white scars on azure. Even the last hidden tribes of the Amazon have no pure sky. They must have a dizzying cosmology. We leave careless stains wherever we go. We cannot seem to help ourselves. Colleen Gibbons' poem, Assateague Night, from Passenger's Winter 2014 issue. Mark MacAllister said he's generally not a fan of spring, but one warm March day, when he went to what he called the mailbox moon, his poem easily evolved. The 31 Moons of March. Geese moon, frog's moon, moon of a porch door left open overnight, moon of a roadside redbud and wisteria, moon the campfire rises at, meteor tail moon, airplane shadow on the clouds moon, the first violin's nod to the cellist moon, deer on hind legs tonguing the bird feeder moon, squirrel gnawing at a skull-bleaching white moon, shine on the trailer hitch moon, moon one can navigate the woods by moon, moon of damp stacked potting soil bags, moon of the redwood bench, moon of rakes leaned against the shed, electric fences turned back on moon, water finally in the creek moon, daffodils moon, moon of the shedding ponies, year's first warm walk to the mailbox moon, reservoir moon, climb into the kayak moon, coyote, possum, black snake, fox, raccoon, bobcat tracks moons, corncrib moon, springhouse moon, moon barely through the square cloth curtain in the attic window, From Passager's 2023 Poetry Contest issue, Mark MacAllister's poem, The 31 Moons of March. Ruth Mota said that her poem, Beyond, was inspired by watching her granddaughters sleep when she came to visit them. She said, I imagined her soul flight from her bed, through our forest and into the starry night. Beyond this bed, beyond this old house, beyond the shedding redwoods and the peeled madrone, beyond the mating calls of crickets and seaman scent of tan oak, into the skirts of Pleiades, up the handle of the dipper and through that black hole where her fear lies shivering, she arcs in slumber like an asteroidal bee gone to gather stardust, to repollinate her life with the stuff that made her. Ruth Mota's poem Beyond, from Passager, issue 69, the 2020 Poetry Contest issue. Last week, the periodic table, and this week's space. Next week, we're going to do something entirely different, I promise. To subscribe to, donate to, or learn more about Passager and its commitment to older writers, visit PassagerBooks.com. Passager offers a 25% discount on the books and journal issues featured here on Burning Bright. Visit our website to see what's on sale this week. For Christine, Roseanne, Mary, Asher, and the rest of the Passager staff, I'm John Shore.